Appropriate technology. Beyond computerized systems, technology is applied knowledge and any associated physical equipment. Appropriate technology, then, is any practical knowledge that serves fundamental needs while fitting within the broader flourishing of life. So encourage both the innovation and reclamation of technologies that serve the deeper, broader wholeness of life without leading us into blindly profitable collective folly. So basically, methodologies, the how-tos, technology is about the how-tos of things. And the idea that when you turn on a light, you're switching a switch. The switchness, doing a switch to turn on a light is a technology, and in fact, moving one foot in front of another is a technology of walking. We could say, you spread the word technology. We have technology confined to electronics, computers, communications technology, but these are the modern manifestations of that. And I'm trying with this pattern to deconstruct that. There's more and more use of the term social technology, which has to do with how humans interact to achieve certain things, organizational forms, organizational development, organizational transformation. These deal with certain forms of technology and change processes. Open space technology, World Cafe as a technology, was the guy who created open space, was one of the first people to use the word technology in the name of the process they created. But it's useful. It's not about computers. It's about people doing things in an openly spacious, networked way. So that's one of the purposes here, is to spread our understanding of technology beyond the computerized world and look at it as how we do things. And innovations are great. We can innovate and create new ways to do things, but this has a very light break on innovation here. It's like innovation itself is not what we're trying for. We're trying for things that make ways, that's technology, ways to make life better for people and within the context of their social and ecological worlds and in the context of the future. So a lot of sustainable stuff comes in here, and it includes old stuff. There's a whole movement called reskilling, which is learning the old ways of doing things that were much more sustainable but just as effective as what we do now. Learning how to sew your own clothes, learning how to grow your own food, learning how to can stuff. It's like these are ways that we have mechanistic ways of doing, often computerized ways of doing, which are not necessarily sustainable. And at least we should have ways of doing the environment, doing ways that are more benign to the environment. Renewable energy, the flow of water has been a source of energy for ages. Windmills in Holland. There's these what we call renewable energy has been going on forever. The solar energy in the form of heat has been used over and over again. Solar panels are a new form of accessing renewable energy. And the hippo rollers that are here were sort of discovered when we were looking for images. And the hippo rollers are for women and children usually who have to carry water where there isn't enough piping in the community to give fresh water. They go to where there is a well and they get water, and usually they had to carry it or carry it on their heads or carry it in their arms. And this is, sometimes walking miles. And this group made these things that contain like 10 or 20 gallons that you can roll along the ground. It has a handle on it. And it's just a giant water container that is designed to roll around on the ground. And it's like, this is technology. It has nothing to do with computers or communications. This is technology that makes life better. And permaculture is a technology. It's an understanding of how micro ecosystems work, how to design them in order to give yield to people while they are sustaining themselves with minimal waste and toxicity generated by it. So those are featured in the images, but lots of other technologies work. And appropriate is fitting. This is right for the purpose, and it fits. One of the things I like to point out about evolution is that the term survival of the fittest, which is within a competitive frame, is not actually what's going on. It's survival of the fit. If you fit in with your niche, you will survive. There's a collaborative and integrated quality to the word fit that is not fittest, means it's a battle and you're going to win. So it's a different sense of evolution, and we're talking about appropriate as it fits. It fits in its culture. It fits in the needs of the environment over the long term. It fits the needs of the civilization and humanity over the long term. To what extent does it fit in all these different ways? That makes it appropriate. And so the means of doing things and the ways that fits in the needs of the living entities and living systems involved, that's what appropriate technology is about. In terms of resources, there are many. The term appropriate technology in the 70s and 80s, and to a certain extent the 60s, there was a dance between the term appropriate technology and alternative technology. What is it called? The Whole Earth Catalog was an example of trying to compile many different appropriate technologies that included both novel things and novel sustainable things, and things that were, from the old days that had, fallen out of use, and guidance on how to use them. So I have resources that provide specific collections of appropriate technology of different kinds, and some commentary on appropriate alternative technologies and sustainability, regenerativity, those qualities that are part of this. And in the following the resources in the related patterns will also give vastly expanded sense of what is involved here.